And we're back! We're the Alpha Strike. We're doing the set review for the Uncanny X-Men with you guys. Start with the comments. We're going to do 4 videos real quick. Hopefully this will be fun and excitable and entertaining for you guys as well as educational.
Short and sweet. Let's get to it.
First things first, Colossus. Common, number 1 in the set. 50 points. Really awesome figure. Put him on all your teams who need a low point, close combat type attacker. Give him TK, get him out there, get him charging. Go.
Next up, Nightcrawler. So, big points to touch on him. He can be placed anywhere within line of fire, and if he's within 4 squares, he can make close combat attack. As touched on Colossus, Colossus also has a lot of these new X-Men, all different X-Men modifier. Use that X-Men team ability. All combat values accept damage by +1 until your next turn. So, in addition to the healing, he's rocking a big-time defense with an 18 close combat with precision strike for 50 points. So he's going to be your tie-up piece, taking out your super senses, and later on he gets shape change. So he's just incredibly hard to hit, bouncing around with that 4 squares, and being placed, he cannot carry figures with him, so don't try it.
Nope, no bueno. Alright, next up, Storm. 50 more points. All new, all different X-Men trait as well, so when you can heal her on her lower clicks, do it. +1s all day, plus really good support piece, 50 points. She's got flight. She's carrying your team around for 6 squares. Stealth. Put her in stealth. No one can see her. Then she has the free action smoke cloud. Put your guys in stealth. Put her in stealth. Always do it every turn. There's no reason not to.
It's free.
It's free. And then, perplex. Give your guys bigger defense. Up their attacks. Whatever you need, she's got it. So have her do her thing. Late Dial Pulse Wave, really good piece.
All new, all different?
All new, all different.
All right, up next, one of my personal favorites, Thunderbird. He's got his death will be remembered. When he is KO'd, everybody gets a boost out of it. We're looking at all their combat values, +1s all the way around, for anybody who has the X-Men keyword. So his death will be remembered. All new, all different. He's got that bonus too. Really, he's got 10 movement with sidestep. You get him in there, let him take a good hit, and then sacrifice him for those 50 points. Could definitely be a good icebreaker, because after he dies, the rest of your X-Men can come in and avenge the death of the Thunderbird.
The fallen Thunderbird.
Could totally be worth it.
Got him all set there. Alright, next up, Emma Frost, 80 points. She has the optional trait for 5 points to go to her diamond form when she's about to be KO'd, which is very, very handy for her. Basically, just what you see is what you get, except for she has this really awesome perplex she has. Normal perplex, or let her perplex everyone with the X-Men keyword within her range of a value of your choice. So speed, attack, defense, even range, all of them get that perplex, which is really, really good. And then mind control, psychic blast. Down dial.
Alright, Emma Frost Prime. Definitely scary close combat piece. She's rocking Outwit, Super Strength, 11 attack, Charge, Invulnerable, and traded takes a maximum of 1 damage from ranged combat attacks. So that means even if you Pensai me, I'm taking 1. Doesn't matter, just the 1.
Just the 1.
When it comes down to it. She breaks down into Sidestep and Exploit with Invulnerability, with that magical stop click with pretty much your starting values: 7 movement, 11 attack, super strength, charge, 18 defense, invulnerable, and 3 damage outwit. Again, Indom the whole way. So definitely worth it. Still holding that trait of the no more than 1 damage range combat attacks. X-Men team ability, so you can heal her back. 125 points. I say worth every penny. Just feared on the battlefield.
Plus, she's a great healer for all your all-new, all-different people, too.
Exactly.
Next up, we got the Wolverine, Alpha Flight, Weapon X, and X-Men keywords. Oh,
everyone's favorites.
All good teams. Alright, so basically starts off, 8 speed, 10 attack blades, 2 damage with 17 combat reflexes. Get him next to somebody as soon as you can. He gets popped from distance, he's gonna go down. That's just kind of what he does. But all new, all different, so gets +1s, could heal when he clears. That's really handy to have and know. So if people use incapacity on him, it's okay, I'll just clear. Heal. Ha.
Some outside elements to think to throw in there. Hulkbuster torso armor. Give him
invulnerable. Yes.
Extend that life bar by quite a bit.
Give him more life bar. He needs it, guys. Okay.
Up next, we've got the Genosian Magistrate. Police and Soldier keyword. Police team ability. This guy is an all-around good support piece, and his special power is he can use in cap, and when he does and hits, after action is resolved, you can place that hit character adjacent to him. So you can reel somebody in to get chopped up by Wolverine, or your awesome close combat piece, or their head crushed by Blockbuster, whoever. But he's got a lot of bonuses for range. He picks up enhancement later. Starts with police team. He's got phase teleport and 5 range. So really, 30 points, good filler, good support. Use him, lose him, abuse him, and just enjoy him for 30 points.
Alright, next we have the Morlocks. In this case, one Morlock, but you want several this guy. He is your common set generic for the set. Has multiple starting lines. 10 points, your opponent picks the one you get, and 15 points you pick. So get lots of these guys. You know, ideally 5 of them is like 50 points. That's a lot of just tie up, shooty, charge, whatever you need. They have lots of different options. They're a lot of fun to play. Morlock keywords could be some cool teams with, you know, Caliban or other Morlock teams. So.
Storm.
Yep.
Queen of the Morlocks. Up next, we've got Arclight, first of our Marauders Mutant Massacre trait. The first time during your turn that one or more characters are KO'd, after action is resolved, choose one. They modify this character's speed, attack, and damage values by +1, or heal her of 1 damage. Could really be awesome to boost those values. She's got Force Blast, starting, invulnerable, and close combat expert with a 10 and 2 on attack and damage. So really I could crank that up to a 12 for 2 or a 10 for 4. Traded Seismic Punch. When she misses with one or more close attacks, after action is resolved, she can use Quake as a free action. So I'm really not afraid to make that a 10 and 4, because if I miss, I've got a Quake backing me up, knocking you back 2 squares. So 50 points, I'm looking forward to running her just for, you know, having some fun, knock you around.
Yep. Alright, next up we got Blockbuster. Also a Marauder, also a Brute. Has the Mutant Massacre trait, which is amazing. It's basically the party trait. I love it a lot. So I think he starts the party being Blockbuster because he has this really cool trait called Brutal Display of Might. If he ever attacks one of your figures with a close object attack and hits you, all other people on your team get -1 to their defense. And then if it KOs him, they all get +1 stats or heals. So the party's begun if he hits you for, you know, the solid 5 damage with a heavy object. 65 points. Indom, really good piece. Slow. You want to get some TK on him, fly him out there, get him going. That's what he was meant to do.
Moving on to Harpoon. The next in our Marauders lineup, Assassin, Marauders keyword, sidestep, 6 range, 10 attack, 2 damage with range combat expert, special ability, trait. When he hits with a range attack, the hit target cannot be moved or placed this turn. So I'm going to pin you down with a 12 attack and 2 damage, and that way everybody else can come get you later. Great way to slow down your hypersonics, your charges, your running shots, anything that could be a problem to move and attack and come get you. You just pin him down in place for 50 points. Could be rocking potentially 5 damage with a enhancement or a perplex. For 50 points, I definitely would like to see him rock that damage.
Hopefully somebody we can try him out. Next up we have Lady Mastermind. So she's also a Hellfire Club. Marauders does not have the Mutant Massacre trait. That's okay. She's just rocking stealth and mind control, and whenever she mind controls a figure, they get action tokens. So basically pseudo mind control in cap, which is kind of nice.
As it should be. Mind control, and you get an action token.
Yep, and then just, you know, willpower, so she can keep on going, get in position, and then mind control. Shape change, keep her safe. And then if she does get hit, she ends up with perplex. So just offers more support and keeps that mind control her whole dial. So not too bad for 45 points on a Marauders team.
Now, during our battle box, I had to sacrifice her, but I was definitely looking forward to using her for all she was worth. Up next, we've got Prism. Yet another Marauder with that Mutant Massacre Party trait. Could make a lot of things happen. Power Me Up as a trait. When making ranged attack, he modifies his damage value by +1 for each friendly character with a printed range value of 4 or more. Stack him next to some Genoshan Magistrates or some Hydra. You're rocking some really high attack values with a lot of damage. The only downside is that if he takes damage from knockback, you KO him, but he also takes a maximum of 1 damage from range combat attacks, just like Emma Frost. So he, you put something on him that gives him combat reflexes, like one of the Sin Relics. You could really keep him from dying on you instantly. But for 35 points, who cares? Use him, lose him, abuse him, be done with him.
I don't think prisms are as strong as diamonds. All right.
It's all crystal.
Next on our common trip, we have the Marauders character Riptide, who is amazing at 45 points.
Totally amazing.
He's got Sidestep, and when he uses Sidestep, he gets to use Pulse Wave as a free action. He has 9 speed. Just run him out there with your first action. Sidestep, Pulse Wave, Alpha Strike, get that first hit in, make it count. You'll break that top dial, hopefully, and they'll have less spec stats or something, or we'll see. But I think giving him ways to reduce damage on his 4 clicks of life, finding him ways to reflexes or ESD, but like Invuln, like we said, with the Hulkbuster Relic, just make him take some more damage because he can get one-shotted really easy. There's ways to do it, guys. Mutant Massacre trait on here still, so he can get pluses and heals. So good.
He's probably not going to be doing the killing, but as a follow-up, he could really help out quite a bit. On to who I like to call the one-trick wonder, Scrambler, rocking our Mutant Massacre keyword. Again, Marauders. Looks like Marauders filled a lot of our common slots. Starts with Stealth, 6 movement. Not a lot of damage, but he can outwit, but only target adjacent characters, regardless of line of fire. So finally, you're standing in stealth, I'm standing next to you, I can outwit you. But there's a bonus. I outwit counter all the powers currently showing on your dial. So now, you are quite literally nothing. You're just bare stats. I reached out, I poked you with my little pokey finger there, and you have no more powers anymore. So for 30 points, could be a good use. Taxi him out there, cripple somebody's powers, and follow up with a good solid attack.
Indeed, I totally agree with that. Alright, last but not least of our common slot, we have Stonewall. He's Brute, Freedom Force, our first Freedom Force figure, and Soldier, great keywords. So this guy is insane. I mean, he's got 6 speed plasticity, so he's tying you up. 11 attack, which is really high if you're only 70 points, with the Brotherhood's team ability. So he's just moving for free as a free, not count towards your actions, I gotta say. And then Free stuff. 18 defense with Invincible and a special power. Basically saying that if he ever takes damage from an attack, like a close attack? Yeah, close attack. If attack is doubles, he instead knocks back the attacker equal to the attacker's printed damage value.
So instead of me knocking you back, I'm flying back a few squares.
Exactly. And he cannot be moved or placed by any opposing game effects. So you can TK him, you can carry him, whatever you want to do. Get him out there and get him wrecked in face.
But your opponent cannot move him with TK. They can't knock him back. He's not movable. He is the immovable object to Juggernaut's unstoppable force.
Oh, and last thing, he does have the Freedom Force trait, which all the Freedom Force characters have, where basically whenever they are given a move action, nothing else, just a move action, they can use Force Blast as a free action. So if you have someone on, who can make barriers, have them put a barrier and shove someone into a wall, or have, Scrambler even, or someone who can outwit their flight, push them off the top of a building, they take 2 damage if they don't have reducers.
That's a long way down.
It's a lot of fun, too.
Alright, so that's the comments for the set. But extra special add-in, just real fast, I picked up the Fast Forces, previewed in other venues and other sites, but I just had to have these because they're all time-locked. And starting off, we've got Cyclops. He's rocking that, when I do Force Blast or Knockback, I choose the direction you go. So if I need you closer to me, or if I need you over there, I can put you where I need you to be. 50 points, all the way across the board. Leadership, and that leadership thing, really, he has to be higher points to take away those action tokens. But we do need more actions.
Yeah, considering you can play that whole team for what? 300 points?
300 points. The whole freaking Fast Forces. 300 points. Run it right out of the box. Angel, I can taxi somebody in that has an all-new X-Men keyword, and then they can make a close attack. So I'm going to drop Beast in your face and he's going to punch you, or X-23 is going to slash you up. I taxi somebody out after I hit you, and then they attack. So, this could be really quite helpful. And again, they're all time-locked. They cannot be probbed when they make attacks by opponents. So, could come in really handy. It did when I was playing that Beast before from the set.
Yeah.
The uncommon. We've got 50-point Beast here. Again, just a support piece, 50 points. Perplex, good tie-up piece, 17 defense with combat reflexes. You're rocking a 19. Leap climb, attacking people at different elevations. And they all have the X-Men team abilities, so they're healing each other while they're at it. Iceman, energy explosion is his big deal. 2 bolts, 6 range. Has sidestep and toughness. I see him being as kind of, stand back, shoot people, run back to me, I'm going to heal you because I'm going to sacrifice myself for that because there's other far more people, or more powerful people on the team. Jean Grey, now this is amazing. She can use TK, and she can use as a free action if she has no action tokens. So I'm paying 50 points for a free TK, followed by a normal TK. Yo-Yo, anybody? That's
Yo-Yo.
Amazing for 50 points. I think we're going to see her run quite a bit for those Yo-Yo teams, especially with the massive lack of move and attack powers we've been seeing in these sets lately. And last of the set, X-23. Everybody is really hot for this figure right now, mainly because she has the slash token, which is let him bleed, traded. When an opposing character takes damage from a close attack, after action is resolved, you place the slash marker, removing it from anywhere else on that character. And then when the character with the slash marker is given an action token, deal it 1 penetrating damage. When that character heals or clears action tokens, remove the slash marker. So I'm going to hit you first before you take an action, and then if you take an action, you're taking another damage. And if you push yourself, you're taking another 2 damage if you don't have Indom. So, I mean, that's 3 damage just off of the first time I hit you for 11 attack Blades Claws charge. Oh, and I ignore hindering for movement purposes. All new X-Men Circle 4 Weapon X X-Force X-Men. They gave her all the right keywords in all the right places for a whopping 50 points. I don't think I can rant and rave about this character enough, honestly. She's worth the whole Fast Forces pack. That and Jean Grey. Just the 2 of them together. You throw a little Cyclops and Angel in there, I think you've, outdone yourself, WizKids.
I would say so. Well, thank you, Mike. That was awesome.
So that wraps up our comments for the Uncanny X-Men. We'll be moving on to our next video for Uncommons, Rares, and Super Rares. 3 different videos for our review of the set. Overall, we're really excited about the set. We're happy with the new point values and the new direction the game is going.
We really want to see what these can do outside of the set and hopefully find out what potential they'll have for the future meta and or casual game from now on.
So, until next time, remember, strike first
And strike hard.